Hello, Wolfmind here, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. And today I'm going to be showing you what I've recently been working on, which is not ship-related, but it is in fact aircraft-related. As you know, recently I've been playing a lot of War Thunder, and decided to start building some military planes, just for fun, mostly from the World War II era and onwards up until now. Nothing like any F-16s or the stealth fighters of today, just old school cool aircraft. So basically I've put all these together, as you can tell with a few glimpses. I put them all together into a little pack, and it's on Planet Minecraft, up for download and everything, and this video is going to be on that page as well. So pretty much just a big pack you can download, or just watch this video and see all of the planes I've built so far. And this is an ongoing thing. Currently there is, I believe, I'm going to say 19. I think I just added 3 today. New airplanes. These are all built on OIO. Believe it or not, I'm actually building on OIO again. Just airplanes though, no ships. Don't know why, I just feel like building the airplanes on that server. But anyway, that's enough blabbering. Let's just get right on to the airplanes. So I have it. This is just a big sandstone flat world, and all the planes are separated by function. So we got the fighters, bombers, and then medium bombers and heavy fighters. So all the big stuff's over here, medium-sized stuff, and then all the fighters. So we're going to start with the fighters, and first up we have the Spitfire, which isn't really based on any certain mark. I think I just put it as Mark 1. It's just the basic Spitfire model. Next we got the P-51 Mustang, and these, if you're wondering why these things look so large, is because they are in 2 times real scale. So pretty much they're 2 times larger than they would be in real life. The reason I did this is because you're able to hop inside of the aircraft and actually use it as a function. Of course, it doesn't even work right now. Why? Okay, there we go. So pretty much it's just the whole reason is that you can come in here with a world edit or just no clip and be able to sit in there like a pilot. Next up we have the de Havilland Vampire, which is well actually, yeah, it's a British Royal Air Force aircraft from World War II. It's a jet fighter, very interesting design, a lot like the P-51, or no, not the P-51. I don't know that plane's name well. I know it's called the Lightning. It's that twin-engined, kind of almost like a heavy fighter for the Americans. Next up, we have the Lag 3, and these two right here are kind of like from before these ones. This is why these ones look all nice, is because I've refined my skills as I keep building these. So this right here is a Lag 3, which is a Russian airplane. Next up we have the IL-2 Sternovic, which featured heavy cannons and could destroy tanks and ground targets pretty well. Kind of a weird looking version of it. It's very large, but it's actually supposed to be this large. All the planes are supposed to be larger than life when you fly around. Next up is the HE-12, which is a German little German fighter plane. It's kind of like a plane before the Bf-109 or around the same time. Speaking of Bf-109, I haven't even built one yet. I should probably do that, since that's one of the more popular German aircraft from that era. Next is my favorite of the fighters, the P-80, which is the Shooting Star. This one's my favorite out of all the fighters from this era, just because I've been inside a real one and it just looks really cool. It's very simple and sleek. Next to that we have the MiG, I think it's the MiG-15, yeah. MiG-15, which very iconic plane for going against the next plane over there during the Korean War. This is a Russian-built aircraft. Very, very good airplane. Next to that is the F-86 Sabre, which if you know your airplanes, this was one of the main jet fighters during the Korean War. Okay, I don't think it had much time in the Second World War. Once again, I'm not very good with war history. I'm just learning about it now. But at least I can try and give a few facts to you guys. So yeah, Sabre, very nice. And also, if you want to see these planes more and hop inside the cockpits of them, you can download the map to do that, because I'm not going to do it myself. So I think we'll save the big boys for last, and we'll move on to the medium ones. So right here, obviously, if you know your airplanes, this is the B-25. which was like the second one I ever made. The first one I made was the A-20 over there, which is another American bomber. This one has an interior, which you can tell from right here. You got the waist gunners, tail gunners, they got the top gunner, and then the bombardier location and the cockpit. And next door to that is the IL-28, which I believe it's post. Well, I know it's post-World War. Not sure when it was introduced, but it is a jet fighter, or no, jet bomber. Sorry, for the Russians. I'd really like. I saw this plane the other day when I was just browsing around. I'm like, ooh, this looks really cool. I'm gonna build that. So I ended up building it. Very nice looking. I'm happy with how it turned out. Luckily, I can use these slabs on these planes to make them look so, like, realistic. And then here's the first one I built, which is the A-20, which is more of like an attack kind of bomber, which is why it's called an A-20. A stands for attack, V stands for bomber, F stands for fighter. So there you go, basic knowledge of what those mean. And then next, or like back here, is the Ju-87, which is another German airplane. This is actually a German dive bomber. And apparently someone put on these cannons because it has an option for two 40 or is it 37 millimeter cannons, I believe. I don't know if they're bigger or not. I don't think they are. Then over here is one of my favorite heavy fighters, which is the PE-3, which is a Russian heavy fighter. Very nice plane. It's kind of an oddball looking one because this is one of the first ones I built. It's kind of funky looking. And then finally, so far the last of the medium planes is the Bristol Beaufighter, which is a Royal Air Force heavy fighter. Had a very good cannon on it, and then also had one tail gunner. Or not really a tail gunner, just a back or a dorsal gunner. I'm not sure what you call it. I think it's dorsal gunner, I don't know. Alright, on to the big boys, and this one is probably well noticeable. This is the V-29 Super Fortress, which has a full interior as well, except for the bomb bay. I don't really furnish the bomb bay unless I get like a picture of it, of what it looks like. But yeah, very nice plane. Happy with it turned out. This is my second attempt at building it, because the first attempt I did it was absolute horrible. I'm like, screw this, I'm not going to build this. Then I decided to come back to it later on. Next up is the Avro Lancaster, which is the Royal Air Force heavy bomber of World War II. It's a very nice plane, has a full interior as well. Plenty of maneuvering you do in such a tight space. So you can easily come up here and sit in this front turret, bombardier location, cockpit, and then more turrets towards the back side. Yeah. And then two more planes. And you can tell they're getting bigger and bigger as we go along here. This right here is the H-6K4, which is a Japanese seaplane bomber, which is a very huge seaplane too, because it's pretty much almost the same size as the B-29, a little wider, like in its shape. But I definitely like this plane, even though it's slow as hell in War Thunder. But yeah, very nice plane, fully interiorized as well. And finally, the plane that I just finished today, the B-26 Peacemaker, which I started putting like all these planes up on PMC a while ago, and then I asked people like for suggestions, and then I actually had quite a few people suggest me to make this plane. Not sure why. It's a very oddball plane, but at the same time, it's like one of the largest bombers too, that have ever been made, compared to the B-25, which is about the same size as this. Which I am going to make the B-25 as well, or no, not 25, 52. Had that backwards. All right, well, yeah, this one has a full interior as well. I'm not going to go into it because you can download the map and do it yourself. And that's all of the aircraft for now. Simple as that. Quite a bit. As I said, I think there's 19 airplanes now. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep updating this as I add more planes. Mostly like when I get a good amount of new airplanes added on. It's a slow project. I'm sure you're all begging me to get back to my ship work, but really I'm kind of not in the mood for ships right now. I'm more in the mood to build this stuff than to build ships right now. But anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching. My name is Chris, also known as Wolfmind, and I'll see you guys later.